Item 3.3, presentation of progress and timeline of repairs on the bridge, 600 block east of Oklahoma Avenue.
Mayor, Commissioners.
Yeah.
For the new Commissioners, I'm Jason Unruh. I'm Project Engineer here at the city. Good to see you all. I'm going to briefly go over East Oklahoma Avenue roadway and bridge update. If you guys aren't aware, the street's been closed over there by St. Mary's. I'm going to show you some photos of what's kind of occurring over there and give you a timeline for the repairs. But first, I want to give kind of a brief history of the situation as a whole. Along North Boggy Creek, which runs from Garriott all the way up past Randolph Street up there at, I can't think of the name of the park, but it runs up there. There are a total of 6 bridges that are along that section that are roughly dated in the 1930s. Of those 6 bridges, we have replaced 4 of the 5. And so this is actually going to be potentially number 5. On July 14th, we got a report that there was a large sinkhole along Oklahoma Avenue between 6th and 7th Street. 5th and 7th Street. We went out there, took a quick look at it. We could obviously see there's a large collapse. Large collapse in the road. It's just on the outside of the bridge. Kind of digging around, looking in there, we could see that there was a storm pipe in there that obviously had gave way. I believe the date was July 12th or 13th. There was a large rain event. Obviously, we kind of assuming that's probably the camel that broke the straw that broke the camel's back, and probably let loose of that. Upon investigation of not only just the roadway, we looked down and started taking a closer look at the bridge. I'm sorry, there's a little closer picture of it. This is actually the pipe. We're down inside the bridge looking into the pipe, and you can see that the old storm pipe gave way and basically slipped inside one another. That's what caused the large hole. Doing a little further investigation at the bridge, we found some major issues, some major concerns. We got exposed rebar, severe scalding, which is where the cementatious material has left the rock that's inside the concrete. There's a closer look. That's a very good illustration of it right there for civil engineering nerds in the room. Large cracks along the foundation and the abutments of the wing walls. I want to go back on one of those. One thing I forgot to mention: these items here, where there's exposed rebar, those are causing issues in the superstructure of the bridge deck itself. Kind of caused like a zipper effect in some of it, as we experienced over on the Leona Mitchell Bridge. This is the start of what happened on the Leona Mitchell Bridge. Also in the investigation, we found some wing walls that have actually started to begin moving and falling forward. Obviously, that's not a good thing. It causes some issues with water getting behind there. And we've also noted some settlement behind the wing walls, which is caused from this movement. So a timeline for what we're looking at. So based off of the history of the situation as a whole, us having to reconstruct bridges from the 1930s on the same channel, the situation we found in place. So we're going to come forth with the recommendation to replace the entire structure of the bridge. Will be a complete in-house design and permitting, which should take about 6 months. Contracting, getting the bid out and everything like that, be about 2 months. And then the actual construction should be about a year. Take any questions now.
So is it a year and 6 months or a year total?
Year and 6 months. Oh, a year and 8 months, yeah.
What?
Year and 8 months.
And so there's no traffic that's going on that now?
No, sir.
And there won't be for another year and 8 months.
Yes, sir. Just looking at the overall situation, that's kind of what we feel like is the best for the citizens as far as safety. There's no easy way where this location of the collapse is to get vehicles around it. It's smack dab in the middle of it.
You won't be blocking Boggy Creek when you do this, will you? I mean, it'll still flow.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It'll be very similar to the bridge on Cherokee that got replaced several years ago. That was I don't know how long that took, but it took a while. And
Yeah, this is so. I should have gave a better picture so you guys can kind of get a better idea. So this is along the same creek that Randolph Bridge has been replaced, which we just got done with that probably 6 months ago or so.
Right.
This is along the same creek that the Broadway box is being replaced as well. And those have been within the last 2 years. And yeah, that's where I was going is Cherokee was replaced about in the 20-teens, about I think 2013. It was actually replaced on the same creek. And then the bridge down on Garriott, 412, was replaced, I think, in the 90s or 2000s. Is that correct? Yeah. So they're showing their age very much.
Who's responsible for, on 412, same thing, Boggy Creek. I noticed there's potholes developing on the east side, the southeast side of 412. Is that ODOT or is that City of Enid?
if it's on 412, it's ODOT, but we can certainly call ODOT and tell them about the issue.
Yeah, they're starting to develop. And you can tell where the SL1 is all coming, it's starting to come up and it's starting to flake out.
Yeah, they've tried a couple times on patching that.
Did you say what this is going to cost?
I did not.
Yeah, that's what just didn't pass it.
We'll let you know when we get the design done.
Yeah. I think just off of
I don't need to know.
Well, it's just
That's
off
an
of
awkward
experience.
position I'm putting you in.
No, it's fine. Just I mean, we have experience on this type of situation, so it's really not that far of a stretch for us to say. I mean, we know how much Randolph costs. We know how much Broadway costs. It's going to be similar in stature of those projects.
Yeah.
With COVID-19 prices the way they are, it's going to fall into that same category. It is a smaller bridge, but everything is more expensive.
Yeah. How is St. Mary's, how do they get their emergency room traffic in? Is it east of there, so they still have entry to the emergency room? Or do they have to go around the other north side of the parking lot?
Yeah, the bridge is actually east of there, so the emergency entrance is coming off of Oklahoma from the east, and then Cherokee from the north.
Okay.
So that was one of the first people that we got in touch with when while we were out there. Morale and some other guys, they pulled down the St. Mary's crew. They came down. There were several of them, and so we got everything lined out with them on that day. So
Good, thank you.
So do we have any other option to get this done faster? Are there any? Because you and I both know, we're saying 20 months, but that really means probably about 36. And I'm just realistically, the way road projects go in the state.
well,
this project.
And that's no hit on us. It's just.
This project will be designed in-house. We'll get it permitted here for the floodplain encroachment permit, and then we'll issue the contracts out through you guys. So it'll be sealed bid. It'll be just like the project we did on Broadway.
Yeah.
Randolph was a bad deal because we missed a large copper twisted shielded pair.
Yeah. Which one on Randolph? The one that goes over the creek?
Just north of here, a mile or so.
Yeah, the one we're going to talk.
Randolph and 4th.
Okay.
Randolph
okay.
and 4th, yeah.
We'll do everything we can, Commissioner. I think we're trying to manage expectations for you and the public with this timeline. And I think it's a realistic timeline, but we'll do everything we can to make it faster. I'm very thankful that a few years ago we replaced all of Cherokee and the bridge on Cherokee. So unfortunately this bridge is in horrible shape and now it's blocked off, but the road just north of St. Mary's is pristine. And I guess in 20 months or less, Gosh, we're going to have two really good roads to our St. Mary's Hospital.
Yeah, and one thing I'd just like to add to your point as well is a temporary repair or temporary fix isn't really going to address the long-term problem that we have. We might get 5 more years out of this bridge,
Yeah.
maybe. So why there's
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Let's just do it right, and we don't need any more issues with it short-term down the road.
we get it fixed, it'll be there another 80 years, and we won't.
Perfect.
Okay. Any other questions?
Any other questions? Artie, thank you.
Thank you.